Hello, everybody. Welcome to Snooze Button, the Run Button morning show. I am Keith J. Carberry, and with me is
Woo!
Kylie Churchill. Hi, Kylie.
Hey! It's
We named it finally
it's got a name.
after coming up with the name and then resisting the name I came up
Snooze
with for
Button.
3 weeks.
Hit it.
I went with it because I couldn't think of anything better. I thought that I would be able to, and I couldn't.
Snooze button. Slap it.
Slap it. I thought don't hit. Make sure to not hit it.
Don't
Don't hit it.
Hit it,
Don't.
but stay awake.
Oh
Don't-
yeah, don't hit it because then you'll fall asleep.
Well, no.
Which brings us to our first segment.
Okay.
How prepared were each of us to do a morning show this morning? I thought that my answer was going to be less than you, but it turns out ended up being more prepared somehow.
Yeah, you were more prepared because I had to go pick up a dog
Last minute.
from a boarding dog place, and I forgot about it.
Yeah,
But
20 minutes before the
I
show
think-
started, you texted me like, "Oh, I forgot I have to go pick up a dog."
Considering I forgot I had to pick up a dog until 25 minutes before showtime, I think it's impressive we're only 15 minutes late.
Yeah, well, so what happened to me, I remembered yesterday that we had a show this morning, and then what happened was I went to bed at a relatively reasonable time. I went to try to go to bed at 1:30, and I couldn't fall asleep, so I just kind of hung out in the bed until like 3:30, and then I was like, fuck it, I'll just get up for a little while. At this point, I had forgotten about the show. I had just been in bed for so long that I forgot about the show.
But
And then
then
I
what
just hung
happened?
out. What's that?
But then what happened?
I stayed up until almost 8 in the morning.
That's late to stay up till.
Yeah, so I'm tired, but I'm ready. I was ready.
Yeah, and that is fine. And you could have sympathy, but this was Keith's idea.
Yeah, it was my idea.
Morning
At the
show.
time, I was consistently waking up at like 9:30, 10 o'clock with no issues.
What a fool.
And then the coronavirus thing happened, and then that was no longer true.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um.
So that's my
Yeah.
surprise. That's my new segment. The new segment was, how much does it suck that we do a show at 11 o'clock and it was my idea? Sorry.
Yeah. No, I like it. It's great. Love it. Um. This is the. We also decided on doing a weekly show every Tuesday morning, right before the pandemic happened. Out that Nick had like classes on Tuesday mornings, but this is the last week of classes,
Okay, that's
so
good.
it's back to good again.
Um,
Don't sleep on Snooze Button.
don't sleep on Snooze Button. This shit's go. This is the new. I mean, this is it. This is the new evolution of Let's Plays. This is
it.
the new form factor. This is how. This is the future that we're doing right now.
Yeah, and I have the future of podcast segments ready. Was that your surprise segment? The surprise segment was
Yeah.
we weren't ready.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I felt like I was, again, I was ready.
You felt like you were ready until you
I
the
was
sudden
ready until
realization.
there was a
Oh
dog.
no,
Yeah.
I'm not ready.
Okay, so I think it's time for us to kick it into warp speed. It's time for us to increase It's time for us to increase our velocity. Because I have here the Sonic the Hedgehog, the official movie, Mad Libs. The Mad Libs of the official movie of Sonic the Hedgehog, the official hedgehog.
Oh, I know about this segment because you tweeted about it. I think
I did tweet it. I
Yeah.
tweeted about it. I just I was hoping you wouldn't see the tweet, which happens sometimes. But you know what? That was a risk I was willing to take.
Mm.
So I have one here, and if anyone doesn't know, I mean, of course, who's not familiar with classic word game Mad Libs? It says right on the cover, world's greatest word game. Citation needed, but nonetheless, it says it all. You should already know how to play, but in case, I'm going to ask Keith for a list of words, be
Okay.
they numbers, nouns, adjectives.
I'm going to
or
be
verbs.
the Mad Libber.
Yes, and then these words will be inserted into a pre-written paragraph about everybody's favorite Bloober, Sonic the Hedgehog,
The Berber.
and hilarity will ensue. All right, let's get started, Keith. First, well, this is going to be called I Spy, and I need a number from you.
12.
Wow, love it. Off to a great start. Plural noun, please.
Plural noun, you said?
That's correct.
Hospitals.
All right. And how
That's
about
a place. That's a
plural
noun.
noun?
It does,
No,
but it is a
no.
place. And
No, it's plural nouns. You can have more than one hospital, and we do need them. We need to
okay,
have more
all
than one
right,
hospital. Plural noun again, though, please. Here's your chance to correct your mistake.
okay. I'm going to do tennis balls.
Okay. And then I need a verb.
Attack.
Heck. How about a noun?
Singular.
Yep.
Shoe.
All right. It's killing it. Adjective.
Wet.
Yeah, it's always wet, isn't it? Verb.
Fart.
Art. Wait, art's not a verb?
Yeah, it is. To fart. To
Oh,
do a
fart.
fart.
Okay, I was missing the F. I thought it was art. I thought you're going to be like, yeah, when you're painting, you're arting.
Oh no.
Now we need a person in the room, and to clarify, we can use the virtual room under these rules.
Okay, well I've got Eevee here in my room.
Eevee the Pokemon.
Yeah.
Okay. And a number?
304.
Okay. Adjective.
Burnt.
Keith, there's like 35 more of these to do. I hope you're not
Wow.
running out of steam right now.
No. Burnt. Well, it's something that, you don't want to just, you want to say the first thing that pops into your head, but you need to concentrate to make sure that the first thing that pops into your head is okay.
Yeah, by the way, I'm going to send you a Twitch login code because I need to log into Twitch, but you have your
Yeah, that's fine.
you have your two-factor on. You got to text that to me. Okay, now we need an adjective.
Wait, you need this two-factor code for this segment?
No, not for the segment, but I
Just
want to
to-
be able to see the chat.
Okay.
I want to be able to manipulate Twitch. Did you change the stream title?
Yeah.
Wow. So proud of you. I guess I don't need it then. Now that I think about it, that's all I really needed. Oh, but there it is. Okay.
It is customary, by the way, to do login info exchanges in the middle of a Mad Lib. So if anybody's like, why are they doing this now? This is usual. I guess it's just tradition.
Well, it was part of the brainstorming game. You have to think of all these words, and in the past, when Mad Libs were invented, it used to be really hard to think of something you needed a password for. But now in the 21st century, it's really pretty rote.
I'm going to say, you're reading from a list. I want to make sure that we're all talking into our microphone.
I am talking into my microphone, and I need an adjective, please.
Did you get my last adjective, burnt? Is this a new adjective?
Oh, no.
Okay.
Now I need a verb.
Okay. A verb.
Sorry. A noun, and then a verb.
A noun and then a verb. Okay.
Detached, not next to each other.
Cream.
That's just what's coming up. Cream, love it. Is that a proper noun? Is this the character cream?
No.
I guess it can't be because it'd have to be a proper noun. That'd be listed that way.
Yeah, no, it's not the character cream.
Okay.
And then for the verb, I'm going to do whistle.
Whistle. Verb again, please. I'm getting down to it now. Just a few of these left.
Just a few verbs left in the dictionary.
We've used so many thus far. There aren't any left.
I'm going to say surrender.
Ooh, okay. And now I need an exclamation.
Ah!
Okay. Pretty
And that's like doing the
standard.
Sonic Adventure face. Sonic
okay. All right. I'll put it in parentheses. Sonic
Adventure
a
face, so that you know
face.
how to say it when you read
Yeah.
it out.
Yep. Number
Another number. I guess I'm
Yeah.
gonna keep going up.
Can be any number. Can be even lower than the
I'm
ones
going to
before.
say 9,012.
Okay, so it's over 9,000 you're doing.
I guess technically, I was just going up by the same about the same
Yeah.
increment,
Mm-hmm.
exponentially as the last increase.
Okay. Plural noun?
Plural noun. Horses.
Horses. Love it. And adjective to round us out, to finish us off here.
Vainglorious.
Inglorious. Okay.
Vainglorious.
Vainglorious. Okay. Okay, I feel like that's more of a compound word, but that's fine.
Nope, it's not.
Well, it's all right. I spy. Being such a fast creature allows me to see 12 interactions, events, and hospitals every day. It's difficult to get bored when there are so many tennis balls to attack. This is a dog. This is written by a dog, by the way. A favorite sight of mine is this guy, a stand-up shoe, who practices his wet jokes in the car every morning. Another Green Hills resident who really makes me fart is Evie. Once I saw them eat 304
Crossover
chocolate
event.
bars when they thought no one was looking. People can be so burnt. I really like learning what kind of cream people enjoy listening to, the hits, and what movies, I told you it was the band, by the way, and what movies people whistle. I have to be careful that people don't surrender to me, otherwise they would scream, ah! Thankfully, I can run 9,012 miles per hour if I need to.
Nice.
Despite all the townspeople's strange horses, having to stay hidden all the time can be very vainglorious.
Wow. Like all Mad Libs, that was at the same time funny, a total waste of time. It worked perfectly, and it was dumb as hell. It seems like no thought went into making it at all.
It's the perfect waste of time, money, brain power, and paper.
What was your last one?
Paper.
Okay, nice. We got the same last one.
Yeah.
Good. And you said we're doing that. You were doing one of those every time?
Yeah, I mean, I guess we could do one every week if it's popular enough. We can bring it back.
Maybe we should do it to close out the show.
God,
or
I don't
we'll
even know
bring
if
it back.
I don't even know if we. You mean close out, like do another one on the last snooze button ever?
No, I mean after the ending theme song.
Okay, you know what? How about for this next one, I'm gonna very slowly ask you for words over the course of the show, and then by the end we'll have a completed one.
That's great. You mean next show though, right?
No, this one.
This one? Okay. All right, we could do one more in that sort of form factor.
Yeah.
Do you want to get the first one out of the way?
Adjective.
Monstrous.
Love it.
All right. So now we have to do the regular thing. We did my segment, the complaint about it being morning segment. We did your segment, the Mad Lib segment. And then now we have to do the regular segment. Talking.
The regular segment, which is
talking. Welcome back to the popular, the fan favorite Run Button segment, just talking about bullshit. So what's up?
We really need to get back on. We gotta get back on YouTube. We gotta simulcast this. It's too good for just one streaming platform.
Yeah, you think so?
Because look, we only got. Normally we have an equal number of people in both places, but now we just have the one because we're only in one place. It's such a waste. There's at least 38 people that could be watching on YouTube right now that aren't.
Well, I'll say this: they'll be watching later when I upload this to YouTube. First of all,
holy shit!
And then the second thing is, Can you all stop watching our show based on where it's happening? If you like Run Button, watch it when it's on YouTube or Twitch, whatever. Just go to the right place.
But they're just, if they're on YouTube and they get that little live alert,
The little blip, yeah, the
they're gonna click
subscriber
on it.
blip, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll look into it, but
Uh,
the only way to do it is through XSplit, which is not my.
Someone in the chat says, "How about Mixer?" That's a good point. We really hadn't considered Mixer.
I'm not
Should
doing
probably
a
go to Mixer.
third thing.
They're handing
No.
out big bucks. If we can get one of those exclusive Mixer deals where they pay us like $10 million to go to Mixer, what do you think about that?
Is that Paul that's burning you right there? That is Paul, I think.
I only
Is that
no, I'm ignoring it. I only want
Paul says I will only watch on Game Wisp.
That's
Good. Too bad
Ooh.
that doesn't exist anymore because it was a bad
joke's
idea.
on you. Joke's on you, Paul.
Yeah, joke's on you, Paul.
You
You can't watch anything on Game Wisp, but you also can't withdraw the last couple $100 that we had in there.
When it comes to Game Wisp, the joke's on you, Paul.
Yeah. No one else lost a lot of money.
Oh, and Starcrash says we should go back to that furry art streaming website. Well, joke's on you, Starcrash. That site died too. We can't use Fur Stream anymore.
Yeah. Oh well, I liked First Stream.
Yeah, for the longest time we used a furry streaming website because it was the only one we could find that let you put passwords on your stream, and it was a good site. It had like 0 latency. It was wonderful.
Yeah, it was a good time. Yeah. So have you been playing anything besides Final Fantasy VII?
Yes, besides Final Fantasy VII, I've also been playing Final Fantasy VII Remake. I've been playing
That's
both
not
of
what I
them.
meant.
They're great.
That's not what I
Well,
meant.
Hang
I
on,
guess I'm
please.
technically glad you clarified.
Do you want to hear about how my feelings on Final Fantasy VII Remake have changed in the past week?
Do you like them more?
I like it even more now.
So the last 2 weeks, your new feelings have been it's even better than I thought.
Uh-huh.
You were effusive, and then you're now 2 stages up from effusive.
Yeah, I've reached the level beyond Super Saiyan.
We're at the point where you like it so much that I'm no longer interested in playing it.
I went from having a spiky blonde hair like Cloud to having a huge 10-foot long mane of spiky golden hair and no eyebrows. It's too bad you're not interested because it's a good game, but you live a sad existence ruled by, I don't know, the meanies in your head. I got to the dancing scene. There's a dance scene which I assume is inspired by Yakuza. It's very fun.
I just feel like the level of enthusiasm for this game.
Well, you're not going to have my level of enthusiasm.
Right, but so then why chase it?
Yeah, it's a good game.
I don't know. I just feel like I don't have the I just don't have what has to be inside you to care about Final Fantasy VII and all of the interest.
He doesn't have it.
All of the interest that I had in checking it out has been all it has done is try to work against my inherent Final Fantasy VII apathy, and I don't think it's able to overcome.
Too bad. I think it's a great game that you would like a lot. I went back to playing Picross 3D Round 2. That is still great. I lost my save file.
So you had to start again.
Yeah, I don't remember what happened, but I don't have my SD card for my 3DS anymore. I think it just stopped working, and I one day didn't have any of my games or save files.
That's
so
really
that's
weird.
Fun.
Yeah, that sucks.
Love it. That's only the second time that's happened to me with a Nintendo platform in the past year, so that's really cool.
Where else did that happen?
That happened on my Switch. One day my Switch just decided it didn't like my memory card anymore, and I had to... Thankfully, the Switch had cloud saves, though, so that saved my
that's
saves.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you ran into a bit of bad luck by trying to use your 3DS again. You could have maybe gone through the rest of
Mhm.
life without doing that.
I really, really wanted to, but there's one small problem, Keith.
Picross 3D.
Picross 3D. Oh, there's two small problems: Picross 3D and Pokemon Picross.
Yeah.
The two best Picross games, and they're only on 3DS.
Mm-hmm. And you don't think there's like a good Picross clone on your phone?
Sure, but I'm not looking for a good Picross clone. I'm looking for the two best Picross games ever made, and they're Pokemon Picross and Picross 3D Round 2, and they're both on 3DS only.
What makes it the best? It's just numbers.
Uh,
It's like saying like,
Keith,
I
that's what.
can't, they're out of my favorite Sudoku.
Oh my god. uh, Keith,
Yeah.
your Picross ignorance. It burns my flesh.
Is
It
it that
it
the
sears my
pictures are
skin.
better? Do you like the pictures better?
No, well, the reason I like these two games the best is because it's the parts that are different that are better than other games. In Pokemon, every puzzle you solve is a Pokemon, and when you solve the puzzle, you catch that Pokemon, and depending on what type of Pokemon and how strong it is, they have
Mhm.
different bonus powers that help you finish other puzzles, and so you equip a team of 6 Pokemon that help you beat the puzzles, and it's great. And Picross 3D Round 2, it's just like Picross 3D, which is great, which doesn't have any clones that I've found. And but this one has 2 colors that you mark instead of just one. One of the
Mm,
colors, all of the things that those colors that color marks are round. That's why they're called Picross 3D Round 2.
right. Picross 3D, I did forget, was genuinely a different
It's
way
so
to
good.
Picross.
So fucking good.
It's got a
Picross
whole
3D
other
Round 2.
axis.
Oh my god.
You've got a whole Z axis in there.
I used to think regular Picross was better than Picross 3D. As a fucking idiot.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Over the years, my interest in 2D Picross has waned. Like I feel like I got my life fill on Picross 2D, and I enjoy it now and then. But Picross 3D burns bright within my soul.
Well,
You know.
I'm glad that you're rekindling your Picross fire.
Mm. I'm
And I'm
closing
sorry that
in.
you've lost another micro SD card. That's so weird.
Yeah, well, this one was the 3DS XL, the fucking second version of the 3DS, still uses regular SD cards.
Not micro SD?
I got the largest possible SD card a 3DS XL can accept, which is a 32 gigabyte SDHC.
And just to clarify, you mean a regular sized SD card.
Yes, I know it sounds impossible, but it takes the regular sized SD cards.
I didn't know they still made those except to put micro SD cards inside of.
Yeah. No. I think the one that died was one of those, but the new one I got is just a regular ass one. Um,
It's weird they at the same time that they stopped using SD cards in favor of micro SD cards. But then also micro SD cards got bigger. And I do kind of feel like, with phones I get, but was the micro SD card so fucking big that you couldn't just have like even bigger storage on a regular SD card and just keep using those?
you're saying instead of making them smaller, why didn't you just keep them the same size but have them hold more stuff?
Yeah.
I think the answer to that is one, not totally necessary, but two, the reason they invented micro SDs was to get smaller cards and not, you know, so that you could fit an SD card in your phone
Right. Well,
without
that's what I'm
making
saying for
but make your
phones, but
phone
like
smaller.
cameras are what used regular SD cards always.
Mm.
And so I feel like cameras now take micro SD cards, which I guess is fine because you can get like what half a terabyte on a micro SD.
Half a tear.
Can you get that big?
On
Maybe
a
you can only get
micro?
like 200 and change gigs.
Yeah, there's definitely 256. I don't know if
Yeah,
there's 512, but it wouldn't
yeah.
surprise me.
Although I
That is
bought
so
I bought
yeah.
some SSD recently, and having to learn about SSD makes me think that micro SD cards are probably really bad, really bad formats for memory.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. Do you know how SSD works?
I know that there's a finite number of writes.
Right. So there's a finite number of writes, and the reason that there's a finite number of writes, I'm pretty sure this is.
Oh, hang on, give me a noun.
Oh,
He really takes
wallpaper.
his time with these. He chews on them.
I
What was
choose
that?
wallpaper.
Wallpaper. Got it.
Um. So, so basically, you've got these cells, right? You've got these cells that have data,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and
And they have cells from all the different Z warriors.
yeah, all the different Z warriors are in each.
Yeah.
They're called NANDs. The storage the storage the actual storage bit on an SSD is
You're
called a
talking
NAND.
about nanocells
I
or
actually think it's short
NANDs.
for not and. It's it's
Oh,
it's a
NAND.
contraction of not
Yeah.
and
Uh-huh.
NAND. So the whatever bit of the SSD reads data, right? It looks at these cells with electricity, uses electricity to look at a cell and find the data that's on it and find the right data. And when it reads the cells, it creates a charge, I think a negative charge of electricity. And the negative charge builds up
Yeah.
and
That is the
basically
typical charge for
erodes the
electricity.
the barriers of the cells. They like start overlapping more and more, and it becomes
Mhm.
more difficult to read uh
Ugh.
the data on it, and that's how SSDs get corrupted, and it's why they have a finite number of writes, because as things are read and written, um the lines between the cells break down, which
Mm.
is why all of that new cheap SSD, the reason that it's new and cheap is just because it's worse, because
Yeah.
they just put the cells closer and closer and closer together, and they stack them on top of each other, and they go like,
Cool.
this is now like a triple. This is like like a triple NAND or like a quad NAND, and it's like well, it'll just break 4 times faster than the really expensive NANDs.
Mm.
And then also, you've got you originally had, the like the SATA form factor, the 2.5 millimeter form factor get
Mhm.
smaller to the M.2 PCIe SSDs. Have you seen those?
Whoa, that was so many letters, and
I know.
I don't know what the M2.
They're like the size of they're like 2/3 the size of an Airhead candy.
Okay.
They're really small. They're really, really small, and you just
Wait,
like stick them
which
into your motherboard directly.
and what is it?
It's an M.2 is the name of the form factor, and it's SSD.
No.
Yeah, it's just a different
Yeah,
shape
we
of it,
should we should do so it's like a RAM stick, but it's
smaller even, but yes, yeah.
wow.
That when I got one, I was surprised by the size.
Love it.
Um,
Yeah, we should just do that. That should be storage from now on.
well,
I
what
want
I'm
it.
saying is,
No, it sounds perfect.
it's not perfect.
All right, give me a verb.
Murder.
That's not a verb. Oh, it is a verb. Okay.
I know my parts of speech.
Okay. So tell me what's wrong with SSD sticks.
Well,
SID
I guess
sticks.
the point with the micro SD thing is that like the closer the cells are to each other, and the more, I don't know what the LC
Yeah.
stands for, but they say like how thick the cells are layered by
Mhm.
uh
Layer.
like MLC is 2. That was like the good one for a while. There's single layer 2, but MLC is 2, then TLC, then QLC is quad. And I don't know how they make the micro SDs, but my impression now of like learning how like SATA and PCIe SSD works, that like the flash memory in that small of a thing at 256 gigs is
Mhm.
probably has such a low Like it, I just feel like it'll break in like
Yeah.
a year and a half if you actually use it as storage.
Who knows?
I don't
Maybe
know.
the reason they're selling them at that size is because they finally figured out how to at least get the lifespan to a typical micro SD lifespan. Maybe this micro SD standard requires some kind of minimum lifespan.
Maybe. Yeah.
I don't know. And who could know? Who could know other than the noun that you're gonna give me?
Keyboard.
All right, playing the I Spy. Love it. Well, I Spy was the last one we did. So what? Oh, I'm closing in on the end of disc 1, Final Fantasy 7, the original.
Nice. So
Yeah.
you're almost three
I'm
quarters of the way through the game.
I'm almost 3/4 of the way through the game. I'm getting there.
Yeah. And if you're saying she said almost done with disc 1, how could she only be how could she already be 3/4 of the
Well,
way through the game?
let me explain to you.
Please
Disc
explain.
1 is like
Yes, thank you. Thank you for educating all the total fucking idiots in our audience.
yeah, these stupid morons.
I've been playing a little game that we're going to play in a few minutes.
Yeah. Well, but maybe you shouldn't talk about it until it's time for us to play it.
Oh yeah, I guess no one's ever talked about a game for 45 minutes and then had us play that same game for the next 45 minutes before.
Jeez. Oh my gosh. I see what's happening. Give me a
that's
plural
what you
noun.
did. Turns out
Give
that
me a
it
plural
works.
noun.
What's that?
Plural noun.
Goldfish.
Okay.
You seem disappointed with that one.
The proper plural is goldfishes, but I'll leave it.
No, fish can be pluralized multiple ways, including just no es.
How about an exclamation?
Oh no.
Oh no. All right. Yeah. I also played that Battleship game. It was fun.
Yeah, I
Battleship
remember that, and I can't remember if I played that. Like, what is it?
Yeah.
Tell me what it is.
We did remember it's Battleship but with special abilities.
Right. Kind of.
And you get it's totally you get there's white resources and red resources, and you get 3 of each on every turn. And each of your 5 battleship ships has a white resource ability that does scanning and a red resource ability that does attack.
The first thing that dinged a memory in my brain was white resource and red resource. That sounds familiar.
That's well, I mean, I could tell the story of how we know this game and how we encountered it, but I guess we should save it for next week.
Yeah, sure. You know what we should play? We should play that Risk game.
Which one?
The Xbox one?
Factions?
Yes.
Yeah, that was good.
That was good, right?
Yeah, they keep making risky games. I guess that one was really good.
Yeah, when you own a popular Western style board game, the only thing you can do with it is keep making new versions. They don't let stuff like that die.
Yeah. Well, the sad part is that they keep making new versions. But the thing is, the new versions are always going to be completely new versions made by completely new teams and companies. And so, like, for example, this Xbox One Battleship game that totally rips, I assume we'll never get another one of those again ever, and it'll just disappear into the ether, and 30 years from now, we'll still be getting Battleship games, but they'll be trash compared to this one good one.
Yeah. They just, it's all just, it's just squeezing water from a stone is all that.
All right. We've got a troublemaker in the chat here, and I will read their name because it's very good. Their name is Onweeaboo.
Yeah, we know Onweeaboo.
We do?
Yep.
I don't know them.
I do.
Well, they say, is this a weekly thing now? Yeah, why did you think we called it the weekly morning show? Right?
Yeah, well, it doesn't right now say weekly in
Well,
the title. It
that's
did
Pete's
last
fault.
week,
Yeah.
but now this is the 4th week or something. So
Well, I've
I
got
figured everyone knew that it was weekly.
you
Apologies to anyone who didn't know.
you ridiculous fool. Let me fix that. Give me a noun.
Twitter.
That's not a noun.
Twitter isn't a noun.
No, it's a proper noun. A
It
tweet
is
could be a noun.
Twitter. Twitter is a noun in the same way hospital was a noun.
No, that's not true.
It is.
Because there's many hospitals. There's only one Twitter. You
No,
can't
everyone's
you can't be
Twitter
like,
is
I
different.
built a Twitter.
There are as many Twitters as there are people on Twitter. Oh, sorry. Is the Mad Lib not going to make sense if you put Twitter there?
Yeah, the Mad Lib's not gonna make sense if you put Twitter there. But that's fine. That's what you want to do. I'll do it. Give me a number.
42.
Okay, 42. Uh, Atchison says, I assumed it was only the first 3 weeks of every month. That's hilarious because we didn't skip last week. It just came at PM instead of AM.
I don't know
That's
what you
all.
mean. It was at the same time as it always was. 11.
Yeah, it was the same time as it always is. We haven't missed any mornings.
Maybe that should be our new intro. We should just do that. We should just have that Talking Heads song. Do you think we can license that?
What song?
Where they go like, same as it ever was.
Oh wow, yeah, I think we could. That one's probably cheap to license. No one ever puts that in every movie trailer ever or whatever, so that'll be fine. That was on a Nick Cage movie trailer, right? There was like a Nick Cage
Once in a
movie that
Lifetime
was
was?
like, what if we made that song into a movie, and then we put it in the trailer?
I don't know what this is. No, I don't know this.
Oh, okay, never mind.
You're saying Nicolas Cage?
Nicolas Cage? No, Nick Cage. Nick. The his full name isn't Nicholas. It's just
The
Nick.
musician.
No, that's Nick Drake.
I think there's a Nick Cage musician.
Nah, that couldn't happen. No one could ever have the same name as another person.
Yeah,
Adjective?
you're right. That was stupid. What is this thing you're trying to explain?
What's that like, this is not my beautiful house song?
Once in a Lifetime, same song.
Yeah, there was a Nick Cage movie where the trailer is just they play that song and it's like it's happening to that guy. Like he wakes up and he's like, "This isn't my house. This is a different life than the life that I have."
But then when I said, you mean Nicolas Cage? And you said no.
Yeah, I was like, "No, not that one."
But it was. You were just fucking with me? Or lying, I guess is the
Adjective?
beautiful.
Ooh, love it.
I was looking at it on a lyric sheet.
Ooh. Well, does that lyric sheet also have a type of food on it?
Ooh, water.
That's not a food. It's fine. Sorry, everybody. The new hot dog is a sandwich or not a sandwich debate is water food or not, and it's not. Otherwise, they wouldn't have the phrase food and drink.
It is life-giving.
Ah, but can one live on water alone? They cannot. Isn't this fucked up? You could live longer on Coca-Cola than on water. Think about that.
I don't know that that's true.
I don't know if that's true.
Oh, I know that you can last much longer only drinking water than only eating food.
That's true. But the Coke has the water in it.
God, there isn't a single fucking piece of food besides water in Once in a Lifetime. Can you believe that?
Wow. No, I can't.
I find myself asking, how did I get here?
How did we get here?
How did we get here? Reading the lyrics to Once in a Lifetime.
Oh, okay. Okay, this motherfucker thinks he's so great with his knowledge of parts of speech, but can he give me an adverb?
Truthfully,
Damn it.
that was quick too. Right, is right there.
I don't think that was that quick, but you know.
There was less than 2 seconds. I had truthfully. All right, is it time for our game?
I think it's time for our game.
I think it's time for our
you got to screen share
game.
with me. You got to screen share with me.
Yeah, I have to screen share with you still. You're right. Turn
You
on.
have to screen share with me still.
I know. I'm doing it. I'm doing
There
it
it
right
is.
now.
There it is. I see it. Can they see it?
They're about to can see it.
Wow. Oh, we already said what it was. It's on the
Kerbal
thing.
Space Program.
There it is.
So here's the story behind this. If I can spin you a tale, just a little bit of a
Wow,
tale.
I can't fucking imagine what kind of story led Keith to play a popular video game. Let's hear it.
Well, this is a video game that came out in 2015 and B was popular before it ever came out and was a lot less popular after it came out.
Yep.
This is one of the famous early access games where all of the buzz was in early access.
No, it's still very popular. They're making a sequel. It's got a lot of hype.
It's coming out this year. Well, that's part of it is that I just sort
Get
of
hype,
heard...
chuds.
Huh?
Get hype, chuds.
Get hype, chuds.
Get hype, chuds.
Get hype, chuds.
Hey, chuds. Get hype.
Hype. Chuds.
Chuds.
Chuds get hype.
Yeah. I don't know.
Who are we calling chuds?
Everyone listening.
We shouldn't. Here's the problem. Everybody knows that a chud is a cannibalistic humanoid underground dweller.
Yeah, that's right.
From the movie of the same name.
Right.
I believe 2 movies?
Who could say?
I could say, and I'm going to say 2 movies. Correct me on Twitter or don't. Actually don't. That's fine. Whatever.
Oh,
I don't
please drag him on Twitter.
Please drag. I'm begging to be dragged on Twitter if you think you have more chuds knowledge than me.
Please tread on me.
Well, the thing about chuds, which is a funny thing to say and explain, it's now just what people call like alt-right people is chuds, and they now call it themselves that.
Right. I forgot.
Yeah. We're familiar with chuds from a podcast from a long time ago that said chuds a lot as a joke because it's funny because a friend of theirs' father helped write the movie. You don't know that's why you know chuds?
What?
You know chuds because one of Jesse Thorne's friends from the podcast Jordan Jesse Go, his dad wrote chuds.
I don't know. That's not why I know that.
That's why you know chuds.
No, that name just... we're
talking 2008, 2009. Did you know chuds before 2008?
Chud was... Yeah. I didn't listen to Jordan Jesse Go in 2008. I listened to it in 2013. Anyways. Get hyped, chuds.
Anyway, we're going to start the game.
Yeah, let's start the game. Are we continuing a previous?
Yeah. So this is I played a ton of this game in 2013, 2014. But I never played the career mode because I was just like, you don't get the parts. I just want to fuck around with the parts.
Oh, yeah, you got to do the career mode. The career mode's weird.
What do you mean weird?
Here's the thing. This was a game where they built a really cool rocket physics engine. And then they had to figure out how to make that a single player campaign, and I feel like you have to do science and it's confusing.
Well, there's tech trees for sure.
Oh god.
And so this is how you get parts. This is how you get new parts. So I'm in the middle of getting new parts. The main problem is that it's kind of hard to get money And I guess by hard, I mean slightly boring. Like, it's hard to always be earning money and earning science, the two things that
Right.
you need to do to progress.
Science is you earn science by essentially doing scientific research.
Right, which you do by, like, going into space with science kits and, like, right-clicking on them and running tests at different, like, altitudes.
It'll be like maybe you did an atmospheric test. Maybe you collected some stardust.
Yes. So the very early ones that you get that I've done are like, we found this goo. Bring this goo to space and see what it does. Or, I don't know, test the temperature. And that ends up being like an important way to make money is by like, excuse me, by like using the mission list here to give yourself like, hey, go here either above or below this, set altitude and see what the temperature is there or see what the pressure is there, and then we'll give you $15,000.
That's
anyway.
Enough yapping. When are we're gonna blast something into the stratosphere?
We are.
Or
I think that we should try and get an orbit going.
Yeah, okay.
Do you want to go? This will be my first orbit, actually.
Cool. I've been wanting to stream Kerbal Career Mode for years. I was just always concerned it would be too boring. So we'll put it to the test.
It's not. It can't. If it's not too boring to play, it won't be too boring to watch.
Well, I mean, I heard from Harvey Danger that if you're bored, then you're boring.
Right. So it's really on you. If you ever watched one of our videos and it wasn't doing it for you, that's you.
That was your fault.
That was your fucking problem, and it sounds like your problem to me.
All right, show me how to build a rocket.
So I haven't used one of these, but this is the Stay Putnik, the radio controlled ship. Because if I'm putting something in orbit, I don't want to leave one of my Kerbals like stuck up there. That seems fucked up to me.
I feel like you're just about where I was, maybe when, like I don't think I definitely haven't gotten farther than this, and I think I got right to about here. I've never heard of the Stay Putnik, so.
Oh, that's too big. You've never heard of the Stay Putnik?
Mm-mm.
All right, so this is our liquid fuel. This might even be too many stages.
Oh, that was solid fuel.
No, the boosters are solid fuel. The like thrusters use liquid fuel.
Okay.
And so we're gonna have just a little bitty, maybe this, just a tiny little guy will be our, like, our space. Is that still like stupid as hell?
Yeah, it looks really stupid. That's not gonna work. You need like a heat shield on there and stuff.
If it's in, I don't need a heat shield if I'm in space. Although a heat shield would fit perfectly right here. What's that?
You said in space, but like you have to go through the atmosphere to get to space?
Yeah, but it doesn't. It's not that.
All right, give it a try.
I look in my like, I've been playing this for like 10, 15 hours. I have not had anything burn up on ascent.
Sounds like you're getting through disc 1.
I think I'm just getting through disc 1 just now. The real Kerbal Space Program.
Are you gonna put any sick fins on that bad boy?
I'm gonna do what?
You gonna put any sick fins on there?
Well, I'm still staging, so I've got my decoupler here, and we're gonna do another few levels of fuel.
So much fuel.
A ton of fuel, yeah. This is really like a first attempt at. I I have done a like minor orbit, but was not able to. I was able to return by ejecting my my pod that my Kerbal was in and using the drag on the bottom of this here to like at the lowest point of the orbit create more drag and like lower the arc of the orbit until eventually I landed back on Earth. But I haven't done a real orbit where something was like safely and steadily in space for real.
Yeah.
So I'm sort of, I would say, flying by the seat of my pants. Yeah? Did you say my name? Did you say Keith?
I didn't.
Oh.
I thought
rechargeable battery.
I assumed you were talking to your boyfriend.
Oh, no. I thought that you had said Keith.
No. Unless you want to give me a verb. Sorry, a noun.
Well, what is it?
You want... It's any noun.
Spaceship.
Oh, okay.
So let's see. I actually don't know how this works. I haven't used this. A battery pack holds two quadruple A batteries.
Wow.
It's
You're gonna have uneven
rechargeable, but I don't know if
drag
that
on
means that
rocket,
it. What's that?
You're gonna have uneven drag on that rocket.
Yeah.
Too.
I mostly don't mind.
Okay.
I could put 2 on here. I was trying to conserve because
Oh, I know what you were doing.
But I recently upgraded this. Until this very rocket, I was hampered by a 30-part limit to everything that I built. And I just upgraded my guy here.
Keith,
Yeah.
do you want to do... We used to have, on Complex Rockets, we had an old segment with a bad name.
What?
And we never thought of a better name for the segment, so I have no name for it. But do you want to do that?
Game Knave.
Game Surf. You'd play Final Fantasy VII Remake. I'll play Yakuza 0.
You want to play Yakuza 0 anyway?
Well,
this is the trick.
I mean, but I will play it.
Too tall, huh?
It's extremely tall.
This'll get me to space.
That'll get you to space.
This will get me to space and then some.
Keith, you like a good story.
I do. Actually, that's what I'm concerned about.
That's all a Final Fantasy is. It's just a grand fantasy story. That was the thing I forgot when we were trying to nail down what's a Final Fantasy. I forgot grand sweeping fantasy adventure.
But what does it sweep? You know?
The globe. The fantasy world in which it takes place. So how are you're concerned about the story? What's concerning to you?
Well, I just don't understand. Like,
But that's not a thing.
I just feel like I don't believe that it will interest me.
Huh.
You know?
What would interest you? What do you not see when you look at Final Fantasy VII Remake that you're like, Keith needs this?
Honestly, no idea. It's just a feeling that I have that what could this even be about? You know? Like, no one has ever been able to really describe to me what Final Fantasy is like, what the story is about.
I feel like I've been doing it and you just reject the answers I provide to you.
No, I reject that answer.
Like, I don't... Okay.
Look at this. I can save these parts. I actually don't know that this ends up saving me money, but I put when I eject this, then these will deploy, and it'll save this part. It won't crash. It won't crash land. I don't know that that's true and that works, but
You gonna put any cones on those boosters? You just gonna?
cones on these boosters? I don't know if I have a cone.
Wow.
I do have
No
a
cone.
cone here. I don't know if it fits. Yeah, it does
Yeah,
fit.
there
Look
you
at
go.
that.
That's what I like to see.
What a way to decrease drag.
Yeah, this'll go at least 15 seconds before crashing into the ground.
Oh, you think this is gonna crash? Oh, you think this is gonna crash?
I think this is going. I think once this thing starts listing, I think this will be very hard to correct.
You're wrong.
Okay.
It won't even list.
I'm excited to be wrong.
Let's see. Those can all be on the same stage. Okay, so I've got this here. These two. And then these two. And then that's an empty stage. Okay. And I think this is something. I think we've got a ship here. What do we call this? The
goober.
This doesn't fit with my naming scheme so far, but I'll keep it because we're on stream and you don't know all my other names.
Well, what are your other names?
Well, I've got most of them are plays on word. Like this one's called the airplane because I needed it for a specific plan that I had, but it's just airplane. This one's called the straighten arrow. That was the first one that they did. I guess I sort of like the idea that Kerbals have the same expressions, but they don't know how to use them properly.
Okay.
I
don't have one.
That's fine.
Let's launch it. I'm ready.
I'm trying to think of anything else that I would have on here. One of the issues, it's been hard to get science because I did all of like the tests that I can do.
Are you gonna save beforehand so you can reload?
That's like built in now.
Oh.
I think this is new. If you crash, then it's like, do you want to revert your flight?
You know what? That probably already happened when I played it. How about a verb? Ooh, that is a wobbly boy.
It is. This is wobbly. That's weird. This is like less structurally sound than other things that I've made like this.
Well, let's see it.
Well, turn on my no operational SAS module.
Well, that.
Oh, and no pilots aboard.
Whatever that is, we need it.
It is. That's stability assistance.
I can hear my daughter angling to come down here and talk to me about something.
Do my old cockpits like have built-in SAS?
Verb? Verb?
Oh, verb, you're saying.
Yeah.
Hum.
I didn't like that one.
You didn't like hum?
No.
Well, that's sort of what I thought you were doing, so I thought that would be funny.
Boring. So what games? Okay, so Yakuza 0. I don't get to trade for Final Fantasy Remake because I would enjoy it too much. Is there a game that you want to punish me with?
Is there a game that I want to punish you?
Yeah, so you've indicated that Yakuza 0 is not to you. Me playing, let's say, 5 hours of Yakuza 0, that's not worth 5 hours of Final Fantasy 7 Remake.
Right.
So what is worth that to you?
I guess I just feel like our relationship doesn't have to be transactional in that way.
I feel that it does.
All right, let's give this a shot.
Wow.
Pretty steady.
Oh boy. And there
Eject.
it goes. Huh.
Well, look at it go.
See, now what I would call that, I would say that's listing right now.
Yeah, I was there's some minor listing. There's some minor listing. Fine. Admitted.
Good game.
Maybe these need to go here.
I think this whole thing needs to be way shorter. You've already got the 4 boosters on there. Make the central pillar shorter.
Well, let's see how this helps there.
Okay.
I may need to get rid of that 5th middle booster and do radial decouplers here instead of this big booster.
I have someone in the chat saying something. Just Ross says the boosters have no gimbal, the module has no SAS, and the fins are too high.
Well, the fins weren't for the first stage. The fins were for the second stage. As you can see, already have changed that. Thank you.
Okay, let me
I don't
offer
have an
comment.
SAS module to put on it.
Hey, Mikey Zone says, I like how it wiggles. Good rockets have wiggle physics. So that's a different perspective.
Yeah.
I want it to snap in half. Why is it going like that?
I wanted this. I wanted it to do that. See? And now I get this one to rotate like that. And that's a good rocket. It's good if you can get it going in 2 ways at once.
Keith, if you had one noun to describe how you're feeling right now, what would it be?
Tortured.
That's not a noun. That's an adjective.
Oh,
Yeah.
noun.
Yeah.
It's also a verb.
Yeah.
I can't describe how I'm feeling with a noun. Bread,
Okay, well
I guess.
then just give me a noun. What?
I said you can describe how you're feeling with a noun, and then I said bread, I guess.
You're feeling very bread. Okay, the next one is a silly word.
Any silly word?
Silly word.
Kerfuffle.
Kerfuffle. I mean, I feel like I'd like to argue about whether or not kerfuffle is funny.
You don't think it's a funny word?
Or it's funny. Is it silly?
Yeah, I think it's silly.
I don't know. All right. That's on you. On your head be it. Oh, that's a short boy right there.
Oh, did I take off the rocket on the bottom? When did I do that?
Yeah, I'm not seeing a rocket there.
I took off. I meant to take off just the decoupler, but I think I also took off the rocket.
Question. What fins will this thing have once you eject these boosters?
This guy?
That's too high.
Well, these boosters will get us pretty close to no atmosphere, and then this decouples into just this, and so these fins will be good for just this top module here. I'm hoping, anyway.
These are not my beautiful top fins.
Who's Just Ross? Just Ross?
That's
Are you
Ross.
just some Kerbal Space Program person?
It's just Ross. No, that's just Ross.
This goes there.
You have a way to steer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can steer. That's
Damn,
looking
the
all right.
SAS is important. I might have to end up making this a manned flight, because I don't know if I can do this without the SAS.
Oh no! Oh,
No, this is still okay.
okay. I don't know.
Yep, I'm doing it. I'm holding this, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, no. There it goes.
No, I still got it.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
But
Oh, you don't know about that?
yeah, I don't know about that. Okay. I'm seeing this altitude climb.
Yeah, I have so
Like
much momentum from those
You've
those
got
boosters.
Yeah, I love you got your feathering, the boost.
It is
Like,
it is important to feather.
Yeah, I'm like what I'm seeing there. Yeah. I guess this is what success looks like.
Well, here's the thing. Normally, this would be insane, and you're looking at this and you're saying, "This is insane. This can't possibly be what he meant to do." But
it is.
It is because this is why there's no Kerbal in there. No one's in there getting sick. This is
That's
a
right.
radio boosted.
That's right. No one's been doomed to an icy/hot death.
Right. Exactly.
And as somebody whose grandfather died to icy hot, let me say it's a very serious problem. So what altitude do we need to be at?
Well, so this is our thing right here.
Yeah, that doesn't look like an orbit actually.
No, and it's not supposed to yet because I'm still doing it.
All right. Well, fucking you better do it then.
I'm still doing it.
The altitude is climbing, but it seems to be slowing. How much
I'm
fuel
still
do we
going
have?
810 meters per second.
Whatever, nerd. It's the real problem with this game is it's for nerds.
It turns out it's incredibly hard to make this thing
Is it hard to put rockets in space?
No, the hard thing is to just steer it when there's no one inside.
Yeah. Played some Earth Defense Force.
How's that?
Recently. Great. Earth Defense. I have Earth Defense Force 4, and also 5 exists. But small problem with that. Earth Defense Force 3 was already the perfect game. So I don't know.
You don't know. You just don't know.
I just don't know.
And at this point, you don't know.
Uh-oh, you're going down. You're going
down.
Yep.
It's okay.
Maybe you need to separate. Maybe you need to separate so you can steer better. No.
Am I still going down?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, there it is.
I'm still spinning.
You can't steer this?
I guess I can't really steer this. I thought that the remote control module would have let me steer better, but it.
Oh man, you know what? You know what normally steers the spaceship? The people in it.
It's a remote control module. Remote control.
Yeah, but you know remote controls, those only have a range of like 20, 30 feet. And then after that...
But I can still turn the thruster on and off.
That's different.
Oh, here we go.
Oh. I don't...
I mean, it's an improvement.
It's... Yeah. You could call it that. So what are you going to have for lunch?
What am I going to have for lunch?
Yeah. Figured we're up here and chatting.
I don't know.
Keith's foods are all really pretentious.
They're all pretentious, you said?
They're really pretentious preparations of, like, normal stuff.
Sure. You're saying that I'm a good cook, is what you're trying to say.
I mean, like... you'll be like, I had a grilled cheese, and it's like, cool, and then Keith will be like, let me tell you how I made it, and you're like, it sounds like a lot of
Well,
work.
it was a grilled ham and cheese, and the cheese was
Wow.
Willoughby, and I used local honey. And it was great, and it paired well with a nice dry sherry.
I made meatballs yesterday.
How was that? Did you pair it with anything?
I paired it with tomato sauce and pasta.
All right. Well, obviously, you pair it with tomato sauce and what?
Pasta?
Oh, nice. This might have to be a manned flight.
The meatballs, it didn't turn out awesome. I think I overcooked the outside and undercooked the inside. Classic food mistake. I mean, not a mistake.
Wait. What was the classic mistake that you made?
Overcooking the outside and undercooking the inside.
Oh, you know the big meatballs mistake that I see people do is working the meat too much.
I've heard that.
And you get too dense of a thing. You get like a loaf bite more than a.
Well, first of all, I love a loaf bite. I mean, I'm pretty sure I grew up on meatballs that are basically what you're describing, which is meatloaf balls.
Yeah.
So that's probably what I want.
Yeah.
And also, I don't.
As someone that grew up eating shitty food from a mother who couldn't cook, it's really easy to start liking the better version of things if you try.
Well, I don't think the meatballs that I grew up eating were bad meatballs. I think they were great meatballs.
You don't think they were shitty frozen meatballs?
No, they were made from scratch meatballs.
Were they?
Yeah, I grew up with our grandmother. She would make meatballs.
Oh, right. Yeah, of course. Yeah, she probably made good meatballs.
Yeah.
I've had her meatballs. She made good meatballs. Yeah, you're right.
The only problem is she doesn't write down any of her recipes, and she also doesn't stick with her recipes. She just kind of does it by ear every time, and so the meatballs, like a listing rocket ship, slowly changed over time and like got worse. So the only way to get back there is if I reverse engineer my memory of the meatballs. But what I was saying is I heard that you shouldn't overwork the meat, but I don't know what not overworking meat looks like, especially when you have to mix in the binder.
It says I have no operational SAS module. That's never happened. What do I not have that I normally have?
Just Ross. Just Ross. Just Ross says, Bill is an engineer, not a pilot. You need a pilot.
Oh, that's weird. It usually defaults to having a pilot. I don't know why it gave me an engineer.
Everyone's like, Bill is doomed. Good luck, Bill.
That's weird that they gave me it usually just automatically has Valentina in there.
Keith is reeling.
I've never
He's
had
trying to keep it. He's trying to keep it together. He's so embarrassed.
I'm not embarrassed. I'm just confused. Ross keeps wanting me to use a different engine, and I think I know why. I just don't care. Sorry, Ross.
You think maybe his family has a vested interest in the company that makes those kinds of engines?
The swivel thruster. I think the swivel thruster is heavier and doesn't have as much thrust, but it like has like a little side thruster for like little turns and stuff. But I haven't. I mean, you've seen me having trouble with that.
I have, yeah.
But I usually don't. So let's start this.
Valentina's okay so far.
Yeah.
Oh,
I did that on purpose.
Why?
Because I forgot to hit SAS at the beginning. It gave me a slightly askew first launch there.
Yeah, I did see that askew. I view askew. Noun?
Wednesday.
That's a proper noun.
You didn't say non-proper noun.
All right.
You just said noun.
I'll write it, but I'm writing it incorrectly. I'm writing it phonetically so that it's not the normal Wednesday. It's the Wendsday. That's okay. I mean, that's better than it was.
Too much.
What's your arc looking like?
Oh, it's crazy because I didn't start turning it earlier. Let's see.
Aren't you show me your arc.
Hold on, let me get it to where I want it first.
You want it completely sideways?
Yes. Well, I'm still going up. Look at my speed.
Right. Fair.
So look at that. See that? Now it's
yeah, not a good arc actually.
Well, we can see it. We can see it growing though.
It's a grower, not a shower, folks. Well, you are flattening the curve.
Yeah, I'm flattening the curve.
So the thing about flattening is that it doesn't go as high.
And then now I want it here.
Wow. Wow.
Look at that.
Wow.
Look at that.
Wow. Wow.
Are we excited or what?
Are we excited? Is this not the
Is this
best
what life is?
Is this not the best science class you kids have ever had?
Are we all loving this? Except Ross, who's angry.
Ross is loving this.
All right, turn that throttle down.
Ross says I'm fuming.
I know, Ross, and you just have to learn not to be that way when someone else is playing a game in a way you don't like.
Ross said I'm fuming but happy.
Okay, well, there you go. You can't be both of those things at once.
They were just trying to help you play the game, and you were just imagining that they were mad.
You said that they said they were fuming.
Well, they were just playing along with your bit.
Ross, am I doing this part right?
No, you're fucking up. Why are you warping ahead? Why would you ever want to do that?
Well, you want to get to the apoapsis.
Oh. Well, here we are at the apoapsis.
I think that's how you say that. Look at that. Look at this.
It certainly seems like you're getting somewhere.
I did do a little bit of a fuck up, but we're still good.
Well, you are a little bit of a fuck up, so that makes sense.
Come on. Hey, come on.
Hey, come on.
We're just gonna warp ahead a little bit. Get back to the.
Oh, okay? The apoapsis, it keeps moving.
Yes.
As the arc gets bigger and you're chasing it.
Yes.
Wow! You're
Look at
doing
that.
it.
I'm doing
You're
it.
doing it.
I'm really doing it.
Oh my god! Why don't you give me a verb that's past tense?
Tenderized.
Okay. And Keith, now that you seem to have completed, you seem to have achieved orbit around the planet Kerbal, tell me how you feel.
Honestly, I feel glad to work with a Kerbal of the caliber of our pilot today. I think she's a hero, honestly. Valentina Kerman, I think, will go down in history as the greatest of all time astronauts and the first ever Kerbal to orbit
Planet
Kerman.
Kerman. Okay, that was good. You went a little too fast, and I lost some of it, and it didn't all fit in the space. So, could you sum up how all of that beautiful that you just said, could you sum that up in one adjective?
Elated.
Great. Yeah. Do you think is it time for our final Mad Lib and we go out on
Look at
hey,
this.
you're orbiting this planet?
Look at this.
Look at that.
Please. Please give it to me.
What's up?
I said please give me the last Mad Lib.
Oh, the lib, which is mad. Mad.
Munakart says Valentine is never coming home. That's absolutely not true. I can get her home.
Yeah, of course.
I have enough fuel to get her back. But also, I don't think that this game has like a built-in mechanic for dying up here.
All right, here we go. This is Sonic's self-help. Sonic has a conversation with himself. Sonic: "Hi, Doc. Thanks for seeing me on such monstrous notice." Dr. Sonic: "I'm always here for you, Sonic. What seems to be the wallpaper?" Sonic: "Well, last night I couldn't murder. I tossed and turned in my keyboard all night long. Then I woke up this morning feeling really down in the goldfish." Dr. Sonic: "Oh no, I see. Perhaps you're not getting enough Twitter. Remember, a hedgehog needs to run at least 42 hours a day to remain happy and beautiful." Sonic: I have been a bit of a couch water lately. Maybe I need to stop sitting truthfully in front of the spaceship all day and get outside and hum something." Dr. Sonic: "That's the bread, Sonic." Sonic: "Wow, kerfuffle. Thanks for the great Wednesday, Doc. I'm so glad we tenderized this conversation."
Thanks for the great Wednesday worked perfectly.
I feel honestly, if I'm being honest, a bit something Valentina, the greatest Kerbal, first ever to achieve. Anyways, I feel elated.
I'm glad that we can end this stream both elated.
Yeah, we're both elated. Happy Wednesday, everybody.
And the next orbit will be with elated Kerman.
Nice.
Yeah. Do you have anything left to say for our streamers?
The next rocket will be called a later date, but it'll be spelled ELATER.
EL
or TOR. I don't know.
EL the number 8 TOR.
No, it would just be 8 and then an R. EL8R.
EL8R.
Date. D8.
EL8RD? What?
D8.
D8?
A later date.
Okay, well,
Well, anyways, come back next week.
Yeah, bye. All right. Nope, wrong.